Well, is the objective to get the highest? Because
The lowest.
the lowest,
Yeah. Can you roll? Are you on roll 20, right?
I think he's on D&D Beyond. I think I remember him
Oh yeah,
saying
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it looks more like you, Jonah, and I are the only ones that are actually logged into Roll20 so far.
Hmm.
I'm just getting in right now, and I'm not gonna roll because I had the dice last time. I don't want to get a D.
Okay, you do you. So it looks like it's up to you, my friend Milo. Do you remember
Yeah,
what happened?
just 1 second.
Hmm.
Um, okay, well, we fought a bunch of Knoll zombies, and then we found that big hand statue, um, from which Jonah started to copy a spell, and we got attacked by a Big B's hand spell, which is presumably the spell that he was trying to copy. We fought that and then kind of ended early there.
Forget, did we finish that fight?
You did.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we ended on Thor carving into his arm because same table. I feel like that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a short session to not too much to write home about, so you earned your inspiration for the session, Milo. You can roll a d10 and add or subtract from any d20 roll. And yes, while we wait for the last minutes before uh, David, the bard, joins us, you are all in the middle of the desert, on the harsh lands of Xenok. You are on the final miles of the path towards the fabled and uh, wicked place called the Necropolis, which is uh, known to be a city like none other on these lands. Its inhabitants are the undead and powerful wizards, necromancers, and warlocks. Before you go there, you still have some more uh, more steps, more spaces to tread. So while we wait for the vid, after the fight against that erratic spell, what do you do?
Am I still inscribing the runes onto my arm,
Yeah, let's
or is it
say
already done?
let's say you are still on the process of finishing off everything you
Yeah.
need.
Yep. 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 Dagger in hand, just carving into my arm, like you do.
And what about the rest of the group?
So the Big B's hand spell disappears. What happens after that? Like, Big B's hand spell disappears. Is the hand just back to normal now?
Mhm. The statue has never left this the spot. The only thing that happens is as the runes were activated, a spectral version of the statue uh, has appeared. But and after the you you killed the spell, the Big B's hand, it just
Yeah.
vanished out of thin air.
Okay.
So it's not still on the statue, right? It's dis- dis-
Yeah. The runes are still there, but the spell itself has disappeared.
Okay.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
I think like Wilhelm making sure his bear is okay. uh, I don't think did the bear take any hits. Actually, I forget.
I don't remember
I don't.
quite.
I don't think that the bear took any during that fight. No.
I think the bear was avoiding it. um. So I think Wilhelm is gonna like uh check if his bear's okay, and then dust himself off and kind of just like explore the area surrounding it, see if he can find anything that like coincides with the fact that there's a big B hand spell over here, like if there's a camp or something.
Okay. I'll not ask for you to roll anything. You just go on your merry way. You start exploring the surroundings. Let's say you take a 10. And so far, you don't see anything else. You remember, I think I mentioned that last time, last session. These are rare sightings. A statue like the one that you just found. These are rare sightings in the desert, but they are not unheard of. These are most likely relics from the fabled and lost to time empire of Zen. So uh, it exists without like explanation. There's no need. It doesn't mean that there will be like a wizard around it, something like that. It just is.
I
as it
know
is.
the origin. Like, is this statue? Is this like a scattered part of a statue, or are there just a bunch of stone hands everywhere?
Yeah, it is something as random as it seems. It could be. There could be more hands, or there could be other types of statues, as you said. Maybe a statue of a whole human body. Maybe the statue of some animal, the statue of the sun, something like that.
Okay.
And it's completely random.
Okay.
Which would be the higher point, on the tip of one of the fingers of the hand, or these rocks that are jutting up out of the sand?
On the tip of the I think it's the index finger.
Okay,
The one
I'm
you
gonna
point.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go stand on that tip and just keep an eye out. 360 degrees around us for anything that might be coming.
Okay. So, with that, you spend. You all wait for 20 minutes or so as For finishes transcribing the runes. Milo, you take a look around. You don't see any signs of trouble ahead, and by the same time, Wilhelm and his bear are coming back from his scouting, and you are all reunited again. No trouble seems to be lurking anywhere near you. And for, as I
Hooray for
said,
no trouble.
and for, as I said, you finish transcribing the Big B's hand spell to your arm.
Sweet. Since I have like carved the runes into my arm, I have a healer's kit. So I like patch my like arm up, like bandage it up to like make it uh stop being like bleeding or whatever is happening.
Yeah, with your medical knowledge, you are able to do that.
Okay. Then I do so.
You are all in the same place, kind of looking at each other in silence as you wait. The dark child then comes back, saying, "What has happened?"
I found a new spell. I inscribed it into my arm here. I don't know how to use it yet, but in time, I should be.
Why? Why into your arm?
The magic required.
Well,
That's all he says.
if it suits you.
Mm-hmm. Should we set up camp, or should we keep going?
Keep going.
What time of day is it? Is it like middle of the day, or is it like close to like afternoon?
Yeah, it's some. It's closer to the afternoon.
I don't know. What do y'all think?
I would really like it if we could get to someplace kind of more defensible before nighttime, because the wandering skeleton monsters and zombies and stuff.
Fair point. Okay. I guess we'll keep going.
Okay. The rest of the travel goes uneventful. As you find a suiting spot for you to rest and camp on the evening, you can already see your final destination ahead. It's been some miles ago that you notice the desert kind of shifting. More and more you've seen that the sky is growing darker with clouds, and even when the day is not as cloudy, it seems as if the sun is not as strong and kind of aggressive as it was before. Now that you are some mere hours of distance from the necropolis, you can see the shadows, the silhouettes of the one enormous tower and some other smaller buildings from distance. There's also what looks like a huge wall surrounding the city, and from the distance you are looking at it, you calculate that up close this could be probably the largest tower or the largest building or castle or palace or whatever it is that you have ever seen your entire lives. Even for you, Milo, you are natural from the city of Turving, right?
Yeah.
That is the largest city in the northern continent. This puts it to shame. And you are nowhere near it yet. You are looking at it from miles away. So it's very much a impressive sighting.
You know, I always forget how imposing this thing is. A lot less creepy in my memories.
Speak for
This
yourself.
looks like Greybeard's ship.
I'm I'm sorry, who?
You know, Graybeard.
No, I don't know Graybeard.
I just told you guys about him last you know.
No, I thought it was Crimson Beard. What? The red beard guy. His skin is
Oh,
red.
no, they're the same guy.
What?
One half
the
his
gray
beard is
beard
red,
was
one
just
half his
later.
beard is red.
As he got older, it turned gray.
No. One half is his beard is gray, one half his beard is red.
Gotcha.
Same guy.
Well, on that note, do y'all want to set up camp?
Next to the demon hand?
We left the demon hand. The hand.
Oh, I'm still looking at the Roll20 map.
Yeah, that Wilhelm, that was like miles back.
I don't know.
Haven't you paying
Seems too close to the demon hand.
Aren't you paying attention, Wilhelm?
I'm paying attention. I just looked and saw the demon hand was still there.
Yeah, he's hallucinating. Maybe we should just, like, set up camp.
I don't trust you, even that many miles away. I don't. You know how much a floating hand can cross in a day? Their walking speed is crazy.
I think we'll be fine.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Can I do a survival check to, like, make camp?
You don't need. The camp is made, and it's pretty much as good as it can be. Okay, anything else you want to do before you go to sleep and you wake up the next day?
I'm gonna read my general religions book again, just like kind of combing through it. Yeah. I don't think there's much that Flora really wants to do.
Okay. Perfect. So for the next day, you wake up, and the sky and it seems like all the world surrounding you is grayer than before. You don't feel the heat of the sun, and even the sand itself. It looks like it's becoming ash as you progress. Finally, after some 3 more hours, you face a black stone of 50 meters tall wall in front of you. The gates are made. The gates in front of you on this big wall are made of stone, completely closed. You cannot see from the outside. You cannot see inside of the city with the gates closed. And in front of the gates, instead of what in a normal city could be a guard or a couple of armed guards, you only see a shadowy figure wearing a cloak of darkness that almost looks like it's floating.
How are they?
And it's only one creature. This is how the
How tall are
creature
they?
looks like. Oh, sorry?
How tall are they?
The shadow is not too much taller than a normal human would be.
Alright, yeah, Wilhelm rides over on his polar bear.
Yeah,
Puts his
on the
hand down.
back.
How you doing?
On the back of your bear, you are taller than the shadow.
Puts his hand down. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
The shadow takes your hand and says in a booming, gritty voice, saying, "Are you willing to pay the blood price to enter the Necropolis?"
Guys, are we willing to play the blood plastic? What you heard him?
Do I know what that is?
What is the blood price?
Yeah.
Blood money?
I don't think you have any of you. I'll explain what it is, and you can both Milo and Four can decide if you have already paid it or not. But
Okay, yeah, that was actually supposed to be Milo asking the guy what.
oh,
what the
okay,
blood-
okay. But yeah, for anyone that is not a slave or a undead troll, if you want to enter the city, you have to give your blood. It is not a huge amount that it would incapacitate a normal human, but is nonetheless a considerable amount of blood.
I have certainly shed plenty of blood inside the necropolis to satisfy any blood price you're looking for.
Can I pay double if my polar bear needs to? Can I not? Can the polar bear be unharmed?
The shadow says, the beast, beasts and slaves don't need to pay the price.
I don't particularly like this feller comparing my bear to a slave. But okay.
I don't think.
I suppose I have to
Forrest-
pay this here price. Do I? Is there like a bank or such I can cash this in it?
The shadow then takes what looks like a silver bowl, and it's very, very deep, and it gestures for you to cut somewhere in your arm or your hand and let the blood spill into it until it's filled.
I think I think Wilhelm straight up cuts his thumb off and just puts it in the bowl and takes out like a wooden like peg thing and just puts it on his. Do I get the VIP pass?
So
Okay.
cavalier about just dropping off one of your digits.
Wilhelm.
You know, a pirate has to do what a pirate has to do.
I mean, fair enough. I don't think Thor has paid the blood tax. Because he was at the will
You definitely bled plenty in.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the same thing for this specific thing. I think well, because he was at the whim of that necromancer, he didn't have to. So I guess he'll like give his hand out to like pay it.
Okay. So, both of you pay the blood price. I'll roll a just symbolic number of damage. You receive 7 points of damage.
Wait, 7 from cutting my whole thumb off? Awesome.
That's half my hit point. Oh, wait, no. We slept. Never mind.
Milo, you have already paid the price, correct?
Yes.
You let the shadow, know this?
Oh yeah, I responded to him. I said, I've certainly already paid enough blood within the walls of that city to cover any price he asks of.
You feel as if the shadow is looking at you, as if it's trying to remember who you are. And after some instance of complete silence, it says, "Indeed, the three of you are allowed entrance in the Necropolis."
Very, very nice.
As the shadow says this, the big stone doors starts to slowly and noisily opening. It's a double door, right? And it's opening in the middle. The doors don't open completely. They only make a straight for a single humanoid to go at a time. And as you are entering the necropolis, you don't exactly know if David and Jasper are going to pay the price. They are still thinking over it, and we will know as soon as their players
Oh, awesome.
come to play. So. Okay, you are inside of the necropolis. Some returning to it, and some of you entering it for the first time. But from the inside, you almost feel as if you were nothing but miniatures of yourselves. You feel like ants entering a city made by human beings, because almost every construction, from buildings to castles to what looks like common houses, are huge, some even gargantuan in size. And all the constructions, the houses, the buildings, they look like they are made from a black stone that almost looks like as if it's covered in oil, because of how greasy they look from the outside. You feel as if there's never been a ray of light entering the city, at least not in 100 years, because everything looks so damn dark and gray, almost as if you are entering a black hole where light cannot shine in the inside. Even so, you have not too much trouble to see inside of this darkness. Technically, from a game's perspective, you are in an area of dim light, not an area of complete darkness, but it feels different for your characters. You feel like as if it's not like twilight or moonlight that is just enough for you to see. It's almost like a darkness that you can see inside. And after you pass the shadow in front of the gates, you don't see any signs of life or unlife. There are no humanoids wandering the streets, no undead, no zombie, no skeleton, nothing of the sorts.
What does this area look like in terms of like just compared to like an average city or town?
In what regards?
Like the buildings and like, is the Necropolis all death and doom, or what am I looking at here?
Let me show you a. Yeah, it's hard to imagine a scenario, and I don't know if if I had used Mid-Journey, maybe I could develop what exactly is that I'm picturing, but this is a close resemblance. So you see large streets, completely empty, and very spaced in between houses and buildings and towers. They look like they have been built by human hands or humanoid hands. They don't look completely alien to you, like they are made from stone and they are following the laws of physics, but they look like they have been made following a design pattern. Like it's culturally different from anywhere else in the world. Like imagine you are a Western people from the medieval times and you see a Arab looking building or temple for the first time. It looks not alien like in extraterrestrial, but alien in a different culture altogether.
Yeah.
What can we hear?
The Sound of Silence by Simon.
No way.
Garfunkel.
That's such a good song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
But you cannot hear a thing. From time to time, you think you heard whispers. You think you hear a slow breathing, but you cannot fully comprehend if it's actually a sound, a natural sound, a residual sound that just sounds like it, or if it's just your imagination. You also cannot agree that you hear the same thing at the same time. So in one moment Milo goes, "Oh, did you hear that?" And no one else has. And after a while, Wilhelm says, "Did you hear that?" And no one has heard alongside him. It's a very mysterious and creepy place.
Guys, I think my dead finger's talking to me. I think it wants revenge.
You kept
Yeah,
your
no one
finger.
has
You just.
Oh, they gave it back to me?
Oh, you gave you put your finger on.
I cut off my thumb and put it in the bowl.
Okay.
I put a peg thumb on.
It's still bleeding, by the way. You haven't like done anything to it.
It's
So
like
it's
bleeding,
just
but
kind of-
like it's a little bit stifled. It's
Oh,
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
That's how you get gangrene.
So,
I haven't-
what did I miss?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
hello.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Okay.
You
Guys.
You missed the loss of a thumb.
Yeah.
Love you.
David. Guys. As you are trying to discern and trying to comprehend and deciding what to do. Before that, David. After the Big B's hand encounter, the party continued on. Eventually, you rested for another night, and then the next day, you finally reached the Necropolis. The Necropolis is a dark place. From outside the walls, the atmosphere had already changed. Everywhere you look, it looked gray and dead, almost as if the sand of the desert has turned to ash instead. The sun is gradually being blocked by thick clouds, and eventually you reached big walls of black stone, almost 50 meters tall, and in front of the and on a segment of those walls there was a double-doored stone gate with this very nice-looking fellow guarding the front gate. It's a shadow, a undead creature that serves as kind of like a guard to the necropolis, and it didn't prohibited any of you from entering, but it asked only for a toll price, that toll being an ounce of everyone's blood. I don't know if an ounce is a big quantity. We don't use ounces here in
Not
the...
A
much.
shot
No.
glass is an ounce.
Yeah. But it show you a silver ball, which you had to fill with your own blood if you wish to enter. The rest of the group did it, except Milo. Milo has claimed, has argued with the shadow, saying that he already has spilled too much blood inside of this damned city. So the shadow,
Currently bleeding, but it's okay.
yeah, the shadow agreed. Four gave his blood, and do you want to describe exactly what you did, Wilhelm?
Yeah, so Wilhelm cut off his thumb, one of his thumbs, and put like a peg leg thing on, like not where it was. So now he lost a thumb.
So that's on you, David. The rest of the group enter the necropolis, and you and Jasper because he will not be able to play for a week or two, and you because you weren't in control of your character. So I'll let you decide if you wish to pay the price or not.
Yeah. I'll make the blood sacrifice to get into the necropolis.
Sounds like a safe plan.
Yeah.
Does it?
Okay, so you receive 7 points of damage to your name. And you are...
Maybe an ounce of blood is a lot if it's 7 damage.
There's quite a bit of damage. That's a beefy bit of damage.
Especially for
Let
someone
me look
that-
up how many ounces of blood are in the human body.
I think it's like you can lose 8 liters, maybe.
An
Maybe
ounce.
I'm wrong with that.
An ounce is a shot glass. So I mean, if you can picture a shot glass, that's pretty simple.
Mhm. Yeah, let's say
That's a good
Okay,
bit of
hang
blood.
on.
let's
No, hang
say
on.
you had to give half of what it's the limit before you die. So if we
Yeah, so we have about just a little bit over 160 ounces. I don't know. 7 damage seems like a lot for one of those.
Yeah, no, I said an ounce, but I didn't even know how much it is. because
Yeah,
I
don't
use
worry. I'm
liters.
just. I think an ounce is like a little bit of a cut. Oh no, 7 damage.
It's a beefy ounce, okay? It's all the important stuff.
It was the important ounce.
You have to cut one of your veins.
Yeah,
Or
it depends.
if you're
It
clever,
depends where you
a
cut
thumb
it,
off.
right? If you cut some,
I feel like Wilhelm gave more than an ounce because he cut off his thumb.
Yeah. But Wilhelm asked if he could get the VIP pass.
He didn't even ask beforehand. He just did it.
There had to be one. Have you seen the castle?
I mean, yeah, but this place is a shithole.
All right. Tell me, Ariel, is there a VIP pass that Wilhelm got?
Yeah, but the VIP stands for vampires in posses.
That's awesome. That's cooler. That's like way cooler.
I have a question, Mr. DM, sir.
yes. Go ahead.
Is there any? Actually, I have two questions. One, is this just how the Necropolis is usually? Do I remember how the Necropolis was last time I was here?
Usually it's way more lively.
Yeah, basically, in a weird sense, it's like, is it just weirdly dead, or is it just supposed to be that way?
It's not tourist season, but
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
Let's say.
Do they have a gift shop here?
I was thinking about something because later on we actually after the game it's not it's not a big deal, but after the game we can discuss something about your backgrounds. But you know the Necropolis, the Metropolis. I was about to say the Necropolis. It's a single walled city that is as huge as some whole kingdoms somewhere else in the world. There are kingdoms that are not as big as this one city. So there are, and it's even though it's big, it is not as populous as other places. So that there could be other places inside of the necropolis, like a district that is more populous than the one you are currently in. Maybe you have never seen this place in the specific where you are right now, so you don't know. Could be a thing from this specific spot, but in general, the whole city lives in the shadow and in the ash, and most of its inhabitants are undead trolls. There are some normal people, but they are a rare sight in this place.
Okay. My second question is there anything, maybe not that I remember, but like, is there like, because I have memories of like, Arvaz's memories. Is there anything that I can remember that's like, do I have, is there anyone nearby that I would like know, hey, this is a good spot to like go first? You know what I mean? Like any like key points that I can remember? Like a good like starting area.
Yeah, imagine if you were lost in a city as big as a whole kingdom, as a whole state. Even the places you don't exactly know how to get there. But that being said, I'll allow you to make a history check this very moment to see if you can.
Is that just normal?
Yeah.
Just
Actually, I'll give you advantage because you are a former resident.
I'm gonna use my knowledge of a past life, because this seems applicable here.
Yeah.
Add a d6 to that. So, so 20.
In the 20s, okay. Perfect. You are in a labyrinthine titan of a city. But you has the unpleasant past of being almost like a troll that lived in the city. So you happen to know your way around. There are no taverns to speak of. There is no shop to go. There is only far, far away from. Remember that looking at the map, you are entering the city by way of the desert. So you are doing something like this. The only place where you know that people gather are the harbors, where uh, uh, the trade happens, where non-vampires get their food. And vampires also, because a sailor might be tasty, but leave it to the imagination. uh, and there is one particular place, but you wouldn't want to go there without at least a disguise first. There is a auction house that that works almost pretty much every day, where the most sold and the most valuable item is lives, either for enslavement or for experiments or for other untold things. But it exists.
Okay.
Did I get in without a disguise? I did cut my thumb off. Just wondering if that makes me qualified. I gave enough, you know.
Well, you want to try?
You
and
can
go
try.
there?
I think the best bet is to go to the docks. I don't think it's a good idea to go to the auction house yet. It's not a good place to be. Neither is the docks, to be fair, but I feel like their best bet, the most old here. I don't know, what do you think, Milo? Anything to add?
Well, did the Dark Child person tell us exactly what she wanted in the Necropolis? All I remember is that she wanted us to escort her there.
Where is the Dark Child?
The moment
God.
you ask that question, she appears behind you. I'm here.
Oh, shit. Hi. Fuck.
Oh, I thought you were a demon hand.
Yeah. I mean, my heart's not racing, but, like, if I were still alive, it would be. Goddamn. Can't do that to me. Listen, Dark Child, is there a specific thing you're wanting here?
Yes, I wish to search for hidden knowledge. I will take my time in a library not far from here. You could either wait with me there, or you can venture at your own pace. I can contact you when your help is needed, or if I desire to leave this place.
Okay. I think, on one hand, I don't really want to split up. I think it's best to be together. To go would be a bad idea, but also, you kind of need info that was placed. Dog should still be a good idea. It's a fairly active public trade. Well, quote unquote trade. Wouldn't be a bad place to go either. Don't think we should go to the auction just yet, if we do at all. Anybody got any suggestions?
I'm ready to do whatever you want.
Stay in the area, protect her. As well, take a look around.
Okay. Here, Mike. Here. We're good.
Did you understand what I said?
We can hear you. Or technical difficulties.
Okay, what I was
Okay.
saying was that if she doesn't feel like she needs us to stay in the area to protect her, we might as well have a look around.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This.
I concur.
Mm.
The Dark Child says, this is a safer place than one would guess. While within these walls, I need no help. For now. You are free to venture it, but be warned. Don't trust anyone.
Oh, you don't got to tell me.
There are no laws in this place, other than the law of the strongest.
It is the vibe of this place. Okay, well, if you need us, call us, okay?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and like lead us towards the docks, or where I remember it being. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can do that.
Are you asking her?
No. No, I'm just walking. Going to the docks. Or I'm heading to there.
Okay. That being said, let us take our break here, because man, am I starving. I'll see if I have some bread. And we'll be back in 5, okay?
Okay.
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 I am back.
Welcome back.
Where's Ryan?
Welcome back.
Ooh.
Did Ryan leave?
Oh yeah, Ryan sent me a private message. He said he has something extremely urgent that came up and he has to go. But he says we can continue on without him and we can use Wilhelm the Bear.
Okay.
So, that being said, okay, so after that conversation, the Dark Child left, saying that you could either accompany her, but that it would maybe it take some time and you won't have it too much to do, or you can venture on yourselves, and she will let you know if she has something. Are you going to the docks, the auction house? Are you searching for someplace else? Is there anywhere that you know exists in this place, for or Milo, that you want to revisit?
Well, we know where there is a place that we know exists. We do not want to visit that right now. We're not ready to take on the Necromancer yet.
No. I think we're gonna play it safe. Maybe go to the docks. That's not too bad. I don't know. What everyone else thinks. I think it's in her best interest to like go because she doesn't seem to need us really. I think like getting info about like where's a safe place that we could go. Maybe get some info. I think it'd be in our best interest to do that.
Well, I've never been here before, so I'm following your lead.
Okay. Well, Milo, I guess it's up to you. Do you want to go to the docks? No.
Yeah, I'm good with
I
that.
don't think. Yeah, I don't think we should go to the auction house. At least until we have a better game plan. So I think the docks is our best option because we know where that is, and we know it could be doable if we're safe. Well, I guess it's a rolling agreement. We're going to the docks.
Okay. As sorry, as you start traveling, you quickly notice it will take a long time for you to reach the other end of this city. Days, even. You don't seem to have a reliable source of food, so you are relying on what you already have. That is not much because you have been in the desert. So starvation is a serious problem lurking over your future days. Thankfully, after not more than 3 hours wandering this dark place, this city looks almost like a huge labyrinth because as you are walking towards a direction, let's say you are walking always north, but every now and then you seem to find yourselves in a place that is completely similar, if not identical, to a place you have been minutes ago. Either way, after some 3 hours of wandering, the first thing that you see that is not an object, the first creature that you see, it's another shadow. Looks pretty much the same as the one in the gates. This shadow hovers from afar, from some 60 feet away from you, and it comes close. It stops some 20 feet away from you, saying, "If you wish to tread this city, why not? You
an advertisement.
I really like my own 2 feet quite well.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Time is valuable.
Well,
If you wish not to waste it wondering, I offer to sell you this. And as it waves its hand, and out of the shadows there comes a skeletal horse.
oh,
The shadow slaps the back of the horse and say, "This bad boy here can walk the whole city, no problem."
all right. How much is it?
I wish only for you to pay the blood price. And it pulls out
we
an
already,
empty bowl.
we already paid the blood price. Blood price.
It stops for a moment and then says, "You have not for the benefit of the undead ride."
What? So it's a separate blood tax. There's a blood tax to get in the city. There's a blood tax if you want to ride an undead horse. Do we get to keep the undead horse? Or is it just a one-use thing?
For as long as you want.
See, now that is a
Even
thing.
outside the city?
Yeah, can we take it outside the city?
Well, now that you asked, he has to say, inside the necropolis there is an aura of necrotic shroud that keeps undead as they should be. If you venture away from it, you will have to maintain the necrotic energy, or else your horse will become a pile of bones.
And how would
Well,
we maintain that necrotic energy?
Yeah.
You would have to the easiest way is to learn how to keep undead at your services.
So to just be a necromancer? Is that what it is? Do you mean raise dead? Would that work?
Probably animate dead.
Animate that, yeah. Raise Dead is a cleric spell to resurrect people.
Oh, I think I have that. Or the raising the dead thing. Maybe. Not on me right now, but like I can learn it. Hold up. This is very important. Because this may be a good investment if I.
So for 1 ounce of blood, we can have basically a amount that we can ride around in the city as much as we want. But then to take it outside of the city, we'll have to be able to cast necromantic magic on it, correct?
Correct.
I will be able to learn the ability to raise dead. Or is it animate dead that I need?
Animate dead's what he said you need.
Might
Yeah,
not.
Raise Dead is if any of your companions die and you wish to resurrect them as they were, and Animate Dead creates zombies and skeletons.
Well, I don't have the ability to learn that. Damn. Okay. And that makes sense. Mm,
Yeah,
can I
you
learn
are-
how to?
let's you can both of you the three of you can make a Arcana check for you to see if you know
Yeah.
of any other ways.
I would love to do an Arcana check.
So would I.
22.
Nice.
I think you hit the wrong button, Ben.
Yeah, so do I. Arcana.
Yeah.
15.
Okay. It's for Milo and for David. It seems possible that there could be other ways other than to delve into the necromantic studies, but you know for sure for you have seen magical items and artifacts that give you the same ability. So you could theoretically find, buy, or maybe retrieve from somewhere a item that could do the same thing without you expending time and resources learning the spell.
Well, we are in an undead city. The hub of necromantic activity on the continent, really. I feel like if we're going to find items like that anywhere, we're in the best place for it. So, I'll do it. I'll give you some blood.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
I'll do it too.
Okay. So instead of an ounce of blood or 3 liters of blood, let's say you give 2d6 points of blood. Yeah,
It's
this time it was a little less.
bad. It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Way worse, yeah.
Oh.
No, it's 5 for everyone. The
Oh.
roll.
Oh. Thank God.
You start sharing your blood, and eventually the shadow is satisfied, saying, "Oh, it's enough." It guards.
Do we each get one now that we paid the blood?
Yeah, that is one thing I was about to say. If only one of you had paid the price, you would only get one horse. So now you get at least 3 horses. Both Jasper and forget Wilhelm can go. Actually, Wilhelm has his bear, so he would not want to ride a skeletal horse. Anyways, you ride them. You feel they have a cold aura around them, almost as if the magic that keeps them in place has a code to its touch. But regardless of that, you clearly see that they are very fast, and they don't need any rest. So you could theoretically ride for 2 days and eventually reach the other side of the city.
I'm gonna start patting mine. Hi, buddy. Yeah, thank you, I'm gonna say to the shadow. These will come in handy.
I'm
Okay.
gonna ask the shadow, do you happen to have a map of the city?
That would be helpful. You got a map, got like a GPS, something like that.
There is no need for map. The Nekropolis hasn't had a map in all its existence.
That seems kind of dumb. As big as the city is, I mean, like, granted, it's mostly undead, so they don't need maps. But like the people who are like necromancers, vampires, all that shit, they need maps, probably, right? Presumably.
That way. It's
That way, or just that way.
If one could
Oh,
see the whole city in a piece of paper, its secrets would be easier to find. So
well, that's why you just put like general locations. You put like, I don't know, here's like the docks, here's like the big place, the big hub. You don't put like all the tiny little secrets in the map. You just put like the general information that people need to know.
if you wish to take on such a task, feel free to map the entire city. Because
I mean, I don't care.
it
They'll
doesn't
live here. I'm just,
because its citizens and rulers has no need for such a thing.
I'm just saying. I feel like it'd make everyone's lives just a little bit easier. Am I crazy here?
No, I think we all agree with you. It's just a cultural difference.
Yeah, I mean, the Necropolis is weird. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Okay.
I mean, like, look, the necromancers and shit. But if they first come here and like study or whatever, right? How are they going to know where anything is?
How are they gonna know where to rent a room or eat?
Yeah, like they gotta live somewhere. They still have bodily needs. They haven't like transcended or whatever. That's not even like that's just a practical like the practicality thing. That's just like maps help you like if you forget where something is, you just know generally where it is. I mean, like, look, who cares? This place is like an undead hellhole. It's fine. It's awful in every regard. That just seems dumb. This place needs a rebranding, I guess. I don't know. Fucking weird.
Also, this just occurred to. I had a thought, but I'll wait until we're away from the shadow demon to mention it.
How is that? Sorry?
Does anyone else feel weird that we keep giving our blood to these shadow demon monster things?
I think that's just kind of the currency around here. Blood, souls, bodies, slaves. That's just kind of instead of like that's just kind of how the currency works. Instead of monetary value, it's resources. It's like a fucked up barter system. Instead of chicken and eggs, it's organs and spleens and all that shit.
I've gotta say, I definitely prefer chicken and eggs.
Me too. I mean, like, it makes sense for an undead necropolis, like an undead city. They don't really need money. Money doesn't really help if you're trying to, like, transcend humanity or whatever the fuck. I mean, money's not going to get you there. Spell components are, for the most part. So, eyeballs, bodies, all that sort of shit. It does make sense. It is kind of uncomfortable knowing that our blood is going to be used for someone's reagent. or actually, there are a lot of vampires that live here, so it'd probably also go into food stock for them.
I guess we've just gotta hope we don't piss off the wrong person and they use our blood against us.
Oh yeah, no, that's most certainly going to happen. Yeah, the Necropolis, not known for patience and calm, just a lot of hot tempers and egos. We're more than likely going to piss someone off just by existing.
Crick, crick, crick. Where is it? Where is it?
Almost remembers with the cricket guy.
It's on
Is there a
the...
cricket in the city?
Actually, no. You haven't seen any animal or beast or...
It was Larry's cousin.
Yeah, Larry is...
Oh, where
with you
is
and
Larry?
his-
Larry's adopted cousin.
Hey Larry, you know that guy? I probably shouldn't ask that. That seems kind of rude. I don't think you all would know each other. That's kind of rude. My bad.
What guy? I haven't heard anything. Did
Well,
you?
I was talking about the cricket.
What cricket?
I just heard it. Are you fucking with me, Larry? Is that what this is? Are you fucking with me? You didn't hear the cricket?
What is a cricket?
How do you know what a cricket is?
Well,
He did live in the sewer.
He did live in a sewer, but like, I feel like, I feel like he would have heard crickets though. He did go up into the city at night every now and then, so he'd have to have heard of a cricket, at least in passing, even if he didn't know what it was.
well,
Well, fair enough.
I do not know.
It's okay, Larry.
I know it's okay, but why don't we wait for that for the dark child outside? This place is creepy.
It's probably better for us if we do some exploring of our own a little bit. They seem to be able to handle themselves pretty good. And we drastically need something. A foothold, some just like safe spots. Because I feel like we're gonna be here for just a hot minute.
Yeah.
I mean, she said she wanted forbidden, what is it, knowledge? Forbidden knowledge?
This does seem like the place to get forbidden knowledge.
Oh yeah, if she wants a lot of knowledge, she's gonna be here a whole long time. So I find it best that we find something to occupy ourselves with in the meantime. Ergo, the docks. Docks is a great place to find info, find a lead, find something. Maybe we'll find food. There's not really caravan traders that come here. The best way to get stuff is from the sea. Ergo, foodstuffs. So, for, those of us who are so inclined to need sustenance, it wouldn't be a bad place to start looking for some supplies also.
Yeah, I agree. We should go there.
Yep. And who knows? Because, again, trade hub may find some items to help us with these boys. And I pat my skeleton, of course. Many reasons to go there.
We may be able to sell that super cursed sword we found.
That's right. We have the super cursed sword. Hey, maybe someone here would want it. Probably have some good money. money is kind of what we need, also. For whenever we get out of here.
Okay, so
Wait, would they give us money for the sword, or try to give us blood?
Oh, that's a very fair point. They don't really do with currency.
Although,
I mean, we're
Should-
worst comes to
should-
worst. I mean, some reagents would not be a bad thing.
plus, do we have to pay for things in our own blood?
They didn't specify, but I feel like it's a. I feel like it's more like a symbology thing. Like you're giving something of importance. I think it's not going to quite work if we give like I don't know Joe's blood over there for us to have something. I think it's more it's both a practical reagent thing and also a symbology thing because these guys are really big on symbology and like all that shit. So who knows? It might work. I don't think anyone's tried it though.
Somebody gives us blood for something, we can always experiment.
Yeah, like if you want something, I can try and pay for it and maybe see if that'll work.
I wouldn't ask
If it
you
goes
to
fucked
do
up.
that.
Oh no, it's fine. For science or whatever. I mean, it'd be good info. If it doesn't work, then fuck it. We just continue what we've been doing. But if it does work, that could open up some doors for us.
Yes, it could.
See? Not the worst thing in the world. What do you think, Milo? You've been kind of silent.
Yeah, sounds good to me. It's not like we know that blood seems to be a major currency here, but it's not like they don't have other things of value as well.
That's true. I mean, Wilhelm did give his thumb.
I was thinking more along the lines of some of that lost and forgotten knowledge.
I don't really
other
want to
magic
digging
items.
around in my. I mean, magic items could be, but we're not exactly swimming in magical items.
I bet that there's plenty in the city, though.
Yeah, sure. I guess we'll have to see what's up. I don't remember a whole lot about the currency situation here. So, I know, like, reagents is a big thing. Like I said before. I don't know if they just... Surely it's not just blood. It's got to be other stuff. Like I said, organs, tissue, bodies, all that shit. I mean, like, if we have any spare, dead corpses around, we could maybe trade for that. As
Depending on
fucked
who we
as
run
it is.
across, we may produce more.
Exactly. See? We can make the system work for us. I was anxious about coming back here. But, I mean, I still am. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I'm starting to feel at least a little better. We at least have a direction. That's more than anything. More than nothing, I guess.
And we have some new badass looking horses.
That's true. We got some good horses, good little boys. And we also kind of sort of know how this system, the bartering system, works here. So, we're better off than when we first came here a couple hours ago. Looking up, I guess.
I wonder if while we're here, we could also find somebody who can tell us what the fuck Larry is.
That is. I mean, honestly, I'm. No offense, Larry, but you do kind of seem like a creation that, like, the necromancers or whatever would make here.
What?
That you do seem kind of like. Like, it wouldn't be too far off if we found out that you were secretly made here and then ran off somehow.
That's nonsense. I'm a king. I have been born in my kingdom, and
Did your parents come from here?
no, I don't know where they came from, but they were king and queen before me.
Well, I
May
mean,
they rest in peace.
may they rest in peace. So you don't know where you came from? Or where your family comes from? Originally?
Well,
Like,
that's
were you just in the sewers the entire time?
no, I don't know what the sewer is. I as I said,
Like,
I
your
lived.
kingdom.
Yeah, I was born and raised and lived my entire life in my kingdom. Before you asked me to make this diplomatic traveling.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever ask where your parents were from? Surely you had parents. Did you have grandparents? Is that a thing? We never did ask a lot about you. We just kind of took you in.
I'm feeling uncomfortable. You should not question the king in this way.
I mean, I don't mean any offense. It's just, you know, I'm curious. I mean, look, we all don't. I mean, me personally, I'm not exactly thrilled with my hometown. He kind of looks and gestures around. He's like, look, I'm just curious, you know, where you came from. Because if you did, or if, well, your family didn't originate here, it would kind of make us, like, cousins in a way. Be kind of interesting.
Well, that would mean you have royal blood in your veins, so that's not possible.
I mean, it'd be distant relatives, you know, didn't really mean anything. Don't worry, if it turns out that we are kind of sort of family, I'm not going to go for the throne. Don't worry. That's all yours, Larry, my man.
Okay.
Help?
You continue on.
Yeah, we just continue along.
Is there anything else you want to go over before you reach the docks?
Not really. I think Thor is kind of like focusing on just like riding ahead for the most part. Just trying to remain inconspicuous, I guess, for the most part.
Okay.
Following for struggling not to turn off and get lost because he has an incredibly bad sense of direction. So just laser focus on Four's back.
Yeah, I keep having to like turn around and be like, David, this way. It's okay. Come on. We're going right, not left. Gotta.
And Milo, you're good?
Yeah, I'm going right with him.
Okay.
I'll take up the rear.
Seems fitting.
Continue traveling. As I said, the horses are restless. And even though the sun doesn't shine in this place, you still feel the heavy burden of after the whole day has passed you by. The question is, are you going to stop for a long rest? If so, where and how? Or if you will continue on, probably with another 20 hours or so.
Ooh, okay. If it's that long,
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna travel on for another 20 hours without resting.
I know 4 could maybe do it, maybe, but he knows the rest of his companions just can't.
Mhm.
Is there any like back alley that like we can find that's like a safe sort of haven,
Okay,
like less in the open?
that is one of those times I will allow you to make a history check for.
Love to make a history check. I think I'm just like I didn't ask for advantage or anything. I think I'm gonna do it straight.
Mhm.
Just because like he wouldn't know this sitting like back of his hand or anything. Still got 17 no.
Okay. 4. You have the knowledge from your previous experiences in this place. This is a city as big as a kingdom, but it is not as populated as one. Most, probably 95% of the houses, buildings, and other constructions you see are empty on the inside. Theoretically, you could just enter any one of these houses and rest. But there is a plot twist.
Oh,
There
that
could be
love it.
a haunted house, there could be undead living inside, or you could just be unlucky and run straight into a vampire's lair.
Fuck.
Either way,
Okay.
it's much more comfortable than sleeping in the streets. Also, and sleeping in the streets is also very dangerous because anything could happen to you.
Honestly, this whole city is just dangerous. No matter where you go.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not. There's a good chance that we don't run into anything and it's just empty. That's not like bad odds. Okay,
I mean,
I'm gonna turn to the room and be like, okay, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news. This entire city, is fairly empty for the most part in the grand scheme of things. Pretty empty. So, most of these houses, pretty empty. Keyword though, mostly empty. There's a not insignificant chance that we run into something bad if we go into one of these houses. More than likely, there'll be nothing, but for instance, we could stumble into a vampire's lair. Big fat gone dead. Could be just haunted. Who knows? There's a good chance that there's nothing. I think it's a chance that we should take. Because sleeping in the street is not really an option. What do y'all think?
I mean, if you think it's safe, I'm willing to risk it.
Well,
I'm
safe
not
is a
even
relative term.
I'm much concerned about if it's safe. I'm just saying, let's do it. We'll kick the shit out of whatever we have to kick the shit out of.
See, I like that mentality.
okay.
I don't think it's safe, but I think it's the safest option we have, if that makes sense. Okay. We're all ready to do this?
Likely death versus even more likely
Yeah.
death from sleeping in the street.
It's the difference between death and gruesomer death. Just like, yeah, I'd rather take the death. All right. So we're ready. We're gonna try this.
Yes.
Okay. We'll walk up to the first house I see and open it.
Okay, are you going to go to the first? Are you going to try to see if it's the smallest, the biggest? What is your criteria?
I guess the smallest. Because I
Okay,
don't think a vampire. Like I think it would be. I mean, there's less that you can pack into it. So it
perfect.
would probably be a safer bet.
So go ahead. Actually, let's go ahead and all of us roll a d6 for us
All
to
right.
see what the future of randomness has in store for us. Hey, Lion.
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh shit.
oh my god.
No. No. All right, guys. This should be safe. Let's go. Come on, guys. It should be great. It's a small house. What could be this small house? It's fine.
I trust you. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
What's the worst that could happen?
And what's the worst that could happen? You know, I've been to the city before. It should be fine. Open the swing open the door. All cavalier.
We're walking into the glass house from 13 Ghosts.
Okay.
Oh, this is
Remember
gonna be
when I
great.
said that from the outside everything looked as if it were a sort of darkness, but one that you could see while in it?
Yeah.
This time is
Yeah.
different. You go towards a solid stone door, and you have to make too much. You have to push it for using all the strength that you have for it to move enough so you can enter the house. And at the first sight, it is completely pitch black darkness.
Oh, that's comforting.
And there's a plus. Does one of you
I love pluses.
do you have dark vision in any of you?
I do.
I
Okay.
do not.
Yeah, Milo does. I
Usually,
don't.
Milo, for you, complete darkness is the same as a dim light for anyone else's. But this time, you experience what is complete pitch black darkness. Not even
Ooh.
you can
Super
see
cool.
inside.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have you conveyed that, Milo?
Guys, I can't see in there either.
Now, here's the thing, Mr. DM, sir. What is... Do we have the option to just not go in? I know we were all 2-1, so I'm cool with going in there. But is there a universe in which we just be like, nah, I'm good. Close it back up.
Well, you could certainly try.
Can I cast dancing lights to try and see if see what happens?
Now, here's the thing. You cast a spell. Your intention here is to be able to see what's inside of this place. It's some sort of darkness that not even creatures that are that have evolved to be able to see in the darkness can see through. So what else can you try other than relying on your own spellcasting abilities? So David, as you try to cast your spell into this pitch black darkness, for your surprise, you are able to see this. As you cast the spell, it seems like almost as if in response to your dancing lights, candles are light up at the exact same time and illuminate at least a little bit the entire room for the three of you to see.
Well, that's not ominous at all.
Is that how that spell normally works?
No. No, usually it's just little lights that follow me around.
Okay, well, hmm. Do we see any, do I, can I, like, look back and see if anything's coming, like, down the street or anything? Like, is there, like, any shadow creatures, like, patrolling or whatever?
Yeah, go ahead and any one of you can make a perception check.
Sorry, my thing's confused. Perception 10. Oh yeah, no, nothing.
Make 1, 2.
Ooh, yeah. David, following up on your spell for everyone to be able to see, after some seconds of your eyes trying to be used to the new source of light, you slowly but surely can start to see a shadowy figure in the distance. You can place yourselves on the left entrance of this battle map. So, I don't know if there is a door here. I don't think so. So let's say you are entering via the left end, and as you look forward, you see this. Whatever it is, it doesn't look natural, and it looks frightening. It manifests itself on that end, and it starts to move towards you. Roll for initiative.
Oh shit. I selected myself, right?
Yes.
There we go, and then it should. Yeah, hey, 16, not too bad. I rolled higher than nothing. That's good. Oh shit.
Where is David? And Nate. Okay, so Milo, you are the first one to go. Let me just see if you are okay. You are within 50 feet of the creature. It's hard to pinpoint its intention, but somewhere deep in your gut, you feel that it is aggressive towards you. What do you do?
Okay, my first step is going to be doing a d6 damage to myself to activate my radiant crimson right. The Rite of the Dawn. My bow will now shed bright light out to a radius of 20 feet, and I have resistance to necrotic damage, and all that other stuff.
Going on.
I'm sorry, say that again.
No, I was just saying, like, so much going on in that whole scripture.
Oh, yeah, that was just my bonus action. This does this thing look to be undead to me?
Let's say that you have a very good, educated guess that it is.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it twice.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Remotely.
Okay, a 27 is a hit, but a 13 it is not.
Okay, I'll let that stay just like that then. So that hit is going to be this damage. So it's a total of 14 damage.
Okay. It's how much? Sorry. 14.
14 total.
Okay. Wow. And is your weapon considered magical?
Yes.
Okay. And you did some radiant as well. Okay, so with that, your attack lands.
Yeah, the radiant was a total of 8.
Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. Both the piercing and the radiant damage it the same amount, okay?
Yep.
It isn't vulnerable to anything. Okay, next one up is 4.
I'm like over blasted. I'm gonna send 2 bolts. 11 and 20. So does the 20 hit?
Yeah, the 20 hits.
Sweet.
Oof.
Hey, 10 damage. And that's it.
And it's force. Okay. After 4 and before David, the Bodak, as it is known,
Oh,
has its turn. So, first of all, he's going to walk forward.
oh shit.
It doesn't have a flying speed or a hover speed, but you can see that its feet are above the ground as it's moving. It's flying upwards with its arms stretched up forward. Once again, this creature has what resembles a human face. Not resembles, but for a unhuman creature, you can pinpoint there is a mouth and 2 eyes. And using the same this different kind of ungodly feeling that you have by looking directly at it. You feel a fear that comes almost from within, like a natural primal fear, just by staring at its gaze. I will roll at random to see who is going to be the target. 1 and 2 is David, 3 and 4 is 4, and 5 and 6 is Milo. It's David. David, before you act, you will have to make a Constitution save against its withering gaze, or you will receive 17 points of damage. And it's worth being noted that I rolled a bad, some bad dice in that. it could have been way worse.
That's comforting.
Okay. Okay.
Con
Do you want me to
save.
go ahead and roll that now?
Yeah, con save DC 13, and you take half if you are successful. Oof. Milo, you have that D10 if you want. Milo?
Hang on, just one second.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good place to use it.
Because
Yeah,
after
let's go ahead and do
I'm
that.
at exactly 17.
Oof. Yeah. Okay. With a 15,
Yeah, that's the best I could do.
With a 15, you turn that fail into a success, and you receive only half of that damage. Okay. Good. That was the creature's turn, and now it's David's turn. First of all, David, this creature is very, very dangerous because it deals a lot, and I mean a lot, of side damage. First of all, you are the first one to start the turn within 30 feet of it. The others were further away. You can choose now to avoid its eyes, now that you know it can hurt you by looking directly at you. If you do, you attack with disadvantage, but you avoid the need of making a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or take damage.
Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and look away from its eyes and cast Bless on all three of us.
Okay, good.
Ooh, yeah.
So everyone gets a D4 to attack and saving throw. Attack rolls and saving throws. And that's it, because that takes an action.
Okay, no bonus action, no bardic inspiration.
Oh. I will give Milo bardic inspiration.
Okay. Now that you pass your turn, you notice you are within its aura of annihilation. You receive 5 points of necrotic because you ended your turn within 30 feet of the bow deck. I mean, this creature deals a lot of passive damage. Okay, 5 points of damage. You have to make another con save, David, because you have to concentrate on your bless. But that being said, it is Milo's turn. Ooh.
Okay.
You can add no, you can. No, you cannot. If you add a
I-
D4, it won't. The best you can do is a 9. So everyone loses bless. Milo, your turn.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I got confused by the everyone losing bless, but I see why now.
The
Sorry.
the creature deals a damage whenever another creature ends its turn. So with that, David received damage and rolled a 5 on concentration save, so he loses concentration on bless.
Gotcha. Okay, so both mine hit there?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, are you going to avoid its eyes on the start of your turn? Or
Yes.
are you going to...
Yeah, I'm avoiding its eyes.
Okay, so the first one is with disadvantage, so it's a 20, you hit. You now have to roll the second one at disadvantage as well. That hits. Okay, so you hit both. Milo? All of a sudden, Milo became a damage machine. What the hell?
Yeah, level 5, 2 attacks per round, getting extra my radiant, basically hitting twice against undead. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
1 second, because I lost count here. Okay, so 13 minus 7 minus 4 minus 3. Oh, darn it. Minus, oh my gosh! You did exactly the remaining HP that he had.
Oh, nice.
You did
Nice.
exactly.
Wait, hold up. We have to just crack the kill now. Because that was too cool.
Milo
Oh, wait.
managed to kill the Boldak. This terrible, undead, devoid of life and soul. It exists only to cause death.
You know, I've been playing since I was 13 years old, so that's 35 years I've been playing. I've never actually fought a Bodak before.
Yeah, really.
Oh, fuck.
I never played first and second edition in AD&D, but I started on 3.5, and I know there were Boldaks on 3.5, and they were very good as well.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Orcus back when I first started playing in first edition, and tried to get the opportunity to fight Orcus. I wanted to kill Orcus so bad. Never actually got to.
We might now, who knows?
Well, you're practically begging for me to put Orcus on this campaign.
Well, now we kind of have to.
Yeah,
I mean,
I-
like 13 years ago.
I feel
In my
the need
opinion,
to
Orcus
fulfill.
was like the coolest looking picture in the first edition monster manual.
Oh my god, yeah.
We are in the Necropolis. What better place to fight Orcus than
Well, Orcus isn't an undead; he's a demon.
I know, he's the
Demon
one
prince,
undead.
actually. You know.
He's the
Yeah.
prince of undead.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
true. That's true.
what better place? By the way, how did you kill this thing? I gotta know, for my sake.
Okay, I'm really thinking. Okay, it's radiant damage, right? I shot one arrow into each eye, and the glow just came from within, poured out his mouth first, and then started breaking out from just inside all of his pores, and he just exploded in a burst of light.
I raise my fist in a fist bump and go, God damn, I love you. I love working with you, man. This is great.
Yeah, that was a
Well,
amazing hit kill. Yeah,
Oh,
Blood
okay.
Hunters
okay.
busted. Gonna nerf it next patch.
Damn.
Well,
Oh,
but
fuck.
after that unpleasant encounter, you've taken your time to explore the rest of this small-ish house, and you eventually reach the conclusion that it's now empty.
It's just a Bodak?
This house has been cleansed.
I'm gonna walk up to David. Are you okay? You guys had quite a bit there.
Not really okay.
Okay.
I almost
I'm
died.
gonna do a healing word. At you. Let me just pull up healing word real quick. I'm casting at second level, so it's 2d4. What's my spellcasting modifier? Okay, sorry, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into this. 2d4 plus 3. So it'd be plus that plus 3 more because of my diagnosis thing. So it'd be 2d4 plus 6. Boom. 12.
Cool.
I'll give you back 12. Yeah, I'm just gonna like start like patching you up a bit. You know, giving you like a general look over. Just like,
Thanks,
you know,
buddy.
you sure you're okay? Like, you got rocked pretty hard there. Just want to make sure you're doing all right.
Nothing was even creepier than Larry the first time we saw him.
Yeah.
I really hope he didn't hear that. If he did, I'd feel really bad.
Look, it's fine. Okay, he'd probably take it as a compliment. You know what I mean? I mean, his kingdom is a sewer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it'd be fine.
And you know, I've been thinking about it. If he didn't come from here, do you think he could have been like cursed by some fae creature?
I don't know. Fae curses are usually a lot more,
Ironic?
I don't know, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, there's like a sense of humor to it. You know what I mean? I don't really know what's funny about a giant cockroach man.
Maybe he was actually a king, and then he got turned into
Maybe.
the cockroach
Maybe,
king
yeah.
of the sewer.
I could find irony in that. I don't know. I don't know. Sealy, maybe. Is he unsealy? I don't know. What's the difference between unsealy and sealy? Sealy's the good one, right? Or is it unsealy?
Dark favors the light fate, basically.
Yeah. There
Yeah,
there
but
is
like-
no good card, but
There's no good court, but
Yeah.
like,
but the less dark and
Uh,
death and shadows are the Sealy. The Sealy are the more tricksters. They are happy, but they are not exactly good.
yeah. Well, like, the unsealy have a general aesthetic, which is like, you know, like brambles and shit. The sealy have like, you know, a more pastel aesthetic. You know what I mean? It's like they're both
Yeah.
fucking annoying as shit, but like they have like a certain style they go about their antics with, and none of that really screams Larry. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
the
have,
unsealy.
I have heard stories about them turning like children into frogs.
Yeah, but even then, that's still like aesthetically pleasing in a certain way. Like a giant cockroach man is not really like even the unsealy and how like they operate. There is like a coherency to it. Larry, by definition, is not coherent in the slightest
Yeah, you're
with
right.
any of his
Even the
like proportions.
even the unsealy have some aesthetic standard.
Yeah, but like his proportions scream more patchwork. Not really patchwork, but like it screams more Necropolis than Fae. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just by an aesthetic standpoint, it fits more with the Necropolis than the Fae. Any of the Fae, really. I don't know. I mean, crazier things have happened, but I wouldn't bet. I'd say it's not likely it's the Fae. And it's not like it's unheard of from things coming all the way to kind of straight from the Necropolis. I mean, we did. We managed it. It's not like it's impossible that he came from all the way from the Necropolis to here, or to where he was. I don't know. I'm not saying he couldn't be a part of the like a Fae couldn't happen to him. I'm just saying it seems more likely that something happened here, or maybe like a necromancer from here did something. Who knows?
I mean, wouldn't he be more of an undead if he was from here, though?
I mean, they make monstrosities. They make monsters of all kinds. It's not just undead they deal with.
Yeah, it's all sorts of unwanted in normal places. So demonic cultists, oozes, and even the fae.
Yeah, basically, everyone who doesn't quite fit in with their specific circles come to the Necropolis. It's not just undead. It's everything. It's basically from every faction, demonic, fae, human. Yeah, all the people who just went a bit too hard in a specific direction just kind of came. So it's not unheard of for like a mad scientist to make like a weird cockroach monster and like unleash it into the world. That's like a Tuesday here. Yeah, it does match the aesthetic of this place. Not saying that's what happened though.
I had thought it was just undead, but
I mean, to be fair, it's called the Necropolis. It's not called like the Bodega of Refuge or some shit. I don't know. Like it's branding with very specific into undead. So like, you know, it's basically an unfair assessment to make. You know what this place needs? A PR team, okay? They need like an HR of some kind to just be like, hey, look, we need some standards. Like, I don't know, maybe get a map of the place for like, you know, tourists or well, tourists. I mean, like, you know, the normal people that come here. They're like, you know, oh, I'm just showing up. I need some like get like a little tourist map, like general locations to like know. Oh no, here's the auction house. That'll be good to go to. Oh, nice.
here's a place I can go buy food.
Exactly. See,
What is the
I'm
name of
telling you, PR
that?
team.
What is the name of that reality show where they will go to your house and they reform everything? Imagine that, but in the whole necropolis.
Extreme makeover.
Yeah, they
You're right.
rebuild everything.
Oh god.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
several of those reality shows. I think probably the most common one, or most popular one, is probably Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but
Yeah, Queer Eye. It's because we have those here, but we have the Brazilian version with other names and other dynamics. So if I said the name, it wouldn't make sense. That's why I asked.
Yeah, honestly, as much as I hate this place, like, just for simple ease of locomotion, I could make a map of this place. It's not that hard. Look, just be like, here's the docks, here's the auction house, here's the big spire that we don't go to. You know, something. Just like general locations. You don't gotta know all the secret bits. That's fine. You can find that out yourself. I don't know what that shadow was like. I'm still kind of mad about that shadow being like, oh, but our secrets. If they're okay, look. First of all, you don't put the secrets on the map. That's just dumb. Two, if they want to find the secrets, if they're coming here for that specific reason, I think they're gonna be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I feel like they already know where that shit is.
Yeah,
for the
but
most part. I don't
the
like
the
it.
people that already know doesn't want anyone else to know, and the people that are still trying to
Exactly.
find, they should earn it. They should. Peraí. I'll be back in a second, guys. 1 second.
Okay. Fine. Da-da-da-da.
So would y'all be willing to help me figure out figure out something for the home game I run?
Sure.
Yeah, what are you trying to figure out?
Well, I'm sending my players to the Feywild the next time we play. What would be some good negative effects of their names being stolen?
Maybe they appear translucent. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, there's that whole thing of you could get into the whole, can you really own anything if you don't, have an identity?
One more second, guys. One more second.
Yeah, no problem.
Be right back.
Have like all the color, like ranging, like have them appear like black and white. All their substance has left them. That'd be kind of cool.
How about disadvantage on various things?
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. Give them like a negative, like a -5 penalty to like rolls. Wouldn't be too bad.
Well, thanks.
You could have like family members have issues with like
Yeah.
like not knowing them or something.
That would be kind of cool. Hi.
Sorry, it's just that my wife was out, and I was the one with the key to the house, and I asked her to call me whenever she were coming near, but I didn't see the calls. I only heard her screaming outside, and it's already almost midnight, and my street here is not as safe as it could be.
Oh shit.
Especially for like a woman, so I was running to open the house for her. Anyways, but I'm back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Okay, so while I was away, what did you decide? Are you going to stay the night?
I
I
think
We'll stay there. We've like vanquished the evil that was here, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
And how are we in regards to time? Should we be wrapping things up?
I mean, I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, I've got to help one of my roommates plant some things tonight, but that shouldn't take too long. We can keep going.
Well, I mean, we have two players missing, so if you have things to do, it's no biggie. Because I ask because this is a good spot to end the session. You are now resting. You will take a long rest, and instead of starting a new scene, a new part, we can start with more people next week. I don't know if that's fine for you.
Yeah, that's fine if we need to.
Works great for me.
Okay.
Although, could I ask you the same thing? Ask them once we're done.
Ooh, what is it?
Well, I run my own home game, and I'm sending my players to the Feywild the next time we play.
Mm.
What would be some good ramifications of them having their names stolen?
Their names. Well, there is a thing that I like from the Elder Scrolls universe. That is the it is not exclusive from them. There is in a lot of other works, but the name having power over the people. Like I think in D&D that's a thing for demons and fiends. If you know the true name of something, you can exert control over it. I think that's cool.
Oh.
Maybe they become controlled by a trickster fae that instead of having them as trolls, just want them to do silly things. Or maybe if you want to do if you want them to make a quest that they don't want, or go into a dangerous place, a dungeon or something, you just make them go. I think that's one
I
thing.
hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, the others
That's
are
a really fun idea.
more basic. Maybe they come back and no one remembers them because they can remember their names, so their loved ones don't remember who they are. I think
But
that's a good
maybe
one.
the Fae that stole their names could just, like, if they refuse to go on the quest, just go destroy their lives in the material plane, ruin their reputations.
Yes, or the Fae could do horrible things or commit crimes and put them to blame. Like they come back and all of a sudden they are wanted for robbing a bank, and it was because the Fae did it using their name. Now everyone thinks it's their deed.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Free RPG tips for everyone.
Yeah. Well, before we go, what were you wanting to talk? You said that you want to talk about her backstory a bit. You're about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whose backstory?
You said something about was it ours? You said something earlier about it. About going to like after session.
Oh, really? Yeah. There is only one thing on both of your backstories. You had that I think it was a necromancer, a mad scientist character, and you said that you have been rescued by a blood hunter, right?
Yeah.
That kind of. I don't know if you explicit say that the blood hunter killed the necromancer or if it was just have beaten, but that's the one part I think that doesn't make too much sense if it happened in the necropolis. Maybe either you have been to the necropolis for a while, but then that guy has his lair somewhere else, or maybe you were out for some reason and the blood hunter found you on the desert or somewhere else. What do you think about that? Or maybe even in other places, because the necropolis has a harbor, so there could be anywhere.
I think. I don't know. I think maybe it happened at the Necropolis, because the Necropolis is a big... maybe. I think we definitely spent a lot of time at the Necropolis. Just because, like, it's a big hub of, like, necromancy, all that shit. It's a really good place if you're hiding out as a necromancer. So I think we did spend a really good bit of time. Because my guy was under his like servitude or whatever for like a couple years. So maybe he had like a base somewhere else. He'd come to the Necropolis like a fair bit. So maybe like when the Blood Hunter stormed his little like personal lair, he then fled to his like lair in the Necropolis, if that makes sense. So it's like I wasn't just we weren't just held up in the Necropolis or his lair. We went between the two. If that makes sense.
Okay. Is the only thing that bothers me is the fact that a blood hunter just entered the necropolis and and just
It's a very
it was very good. He found his way. He found the necromancer. He killed the guy, and then left.
I don't think he killed
He
the
didn't kill
Necromancer.
the
Yeah, he
necromancer.
he didn't. I mean, he fought it. Anyways.
Well, maybe he surprised him in his personal lair, and then afterward, after that spat, he then fled to the Necropolis.
Yeah.
So he didn't. So the Bloodhunter didn't attack the Necropolis and somehow win all that. He got the Necromancer by surprise in his personal lair, and then we fled his personal lair because we were there at the time.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Makes much sense. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Just didn't want that that one thing was bothering me. I didn't say nothing before because the necropolis. I tend to build places as I run them. So at the beginning, the necropolis wasn't complete in my head, and now that you are going there, I think I have a more a greater picture of it. So I had to
Yeah,
fix that.
I definitely think he did go between the two. It wasn't just like he had like a big base at the Necropolis or like outside of it. He like went in between the two for like supplies and reagents and all that shit. Because it also helped keep him like hidden, so he wouldn't really know where he was. That's why like when the Bloodhunter stormed his personal lair, it caught him so much by surprise. He was trying to be discreet in both, if that makes sense.
Yes. Okay. For me, it's settled.
Sound good?
Okay, guys. I think that's it. We'll call it a night.